There we go. After that.
I wonder if I should add more tape. It's like just barely hanging on.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'll do it. Is it live now?
I believe we are.
All right. Cool. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We're your casters for tonight. I'm Fervor.
Puzzle box.
Tonight we'll be watching a game between UNI and I can't see the other name. Rock Munchers and Rock Munchers. Okay.
Check the name. Probably just a couple minutes, and then we'll start up with this draft. Got a real gamers in chat. Only real gamers.
Let's see, what does chat have to say? How's chat doing tonight?
All right, looks like we are starting the pick and bans.
Oh yeah, chat will be 5 minutes behind. Hello, past chat. All right. So we have some bans coming in now. So it looks like UNI banned out Rock Munchers Zed. Rock Munchers so far has banned out Viego and Caitlyn. We didn't see any Viego or Caitlyn played the previous matches, so
I believe Viego was banned both matches last set
okay.
for
Interesting.
UNI as well. So
They must have a pretty good win rate on Viego. I'm not sure if they get access to the stats. Do you know how that works, Dallas?
I can't say that I do.
They must have some like it must be like Clash where you can see like their best heroes and maybe most played. Because Clash has a feature where you can see like top picked heroes and their win percentages and everything by player.
I was gonna say I can add some insight to that. I believe it's through GGLeagues, so they can see all of the players' names and then just look up probably what they have.
So through GGLeagues, okay. And then a Kane ban. I think Kane was banned last time as well.
I believe so.
The Caitlyn ban. I can't remember last time if it was Caitlyn ban as well, but I'm guessing UNI is rocking some good win rates on those. 2 jungle bans as well, so trying to limit UNI's jungle pick pool. First pick Lux from Rock Munchers. It's a good support pick.
Lux nice, simple, gets the job done, puts out good damage, can play mid or support. Got that stun. Gotta love it.
Probably going to be played support role, if I had to guess. Haven't seen much mid Lux. The Seraphine mid again. All right, we saw this last time from UNI in their first game. They played really well last time with that Seraphine, grouping up, playing around, just like sustaining in a fight. So we'll see how that goes this time.
Seraphine was destroying that first week.
Zaya pick again. All right, actually, it seems like they've drafted the same as that first game from last or 2 weeks ago.
So far that they have, and the Katrina pick coming in, probably.
picking the ADC to match the ADC, that's good. You want to try and... A good strategy with drafting is you want to pick the hero or the lane after they've picked the lane. So like you see UNI pick Xayah, you want to try and pick an ADC that beats that character to also keep your options open for like further along the draft. So like UNI hasn't picked their mid yet, or hasn't picked their jungler yet, so Rock Munchers doesn't want to really pick their jungler until afterwards. It's a good method of like countering as you go and not getting hard countered throughout the draft.
Definitely makes sense.
Go for the Xayah Rakan. A lot of synergy between those kits. The Katarina mid then unlocks Tristana support, so they've picked their mid and bot collectively. I can see.
Sorry, Khan again.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the Xayah Rakan, just like the first week, very strong combo there.
Yeah, keeping it within their like comfort picks. I think doing comfort picks is always really important, especially for first game. You just want to go in, play like you always do. Have that mentality of like, this is how we want to play the game, and we're gonna play it at like our pace, at our rate. So like, if you can get that established in the first game, that's pretty crucial sometimes in a best of 3.
Right.
Yeah, best of 3. I can see that Katarina being kind of a problem for Seraphine mid, but well, pre-6, I can actually see Seraphine winning, but at 6 maybe Katarina can win that because she's a little bit harder to hit. I know Seraphine's skill shots are pretty slow. In the bot lane, I think it's going to be pretty safe playing from UNI. Maybe some kill potential actually with the Lux Tristana combo. They have the root from Lux, and Tristana just has a lot of really good early game damage.
That is true. And yeah, some decent trapping down in the bot lane for Rock Munchers. And the Wukong pick coming in.
Wukong is I think that's no, they picked Sejuani, right? That game?
Yeah, yep.
Okay. It's pretty similar. Just wants to go in, get a lot of like team fighting pressure. I like that pick. Oh, the Ornn pick from Rock Munchers. I've seen Ornn tearing it up in some pro games recently. There's a reason he's like called the Death Knight Mage Rogue, magic casting god of League of Legends, because he's both a tank, but he also does a lot of damage. They do. They lock in the Fiora top lane versus Ornn. That's a pretty big counter to him actually. If you think you have the like better mechanics than the Ornn.
Yeah, definitely both playing for some fairly similar stuff there. Playing at the same pace, in a sense.
Mm-hmm. If I had to guess, Rock Munchers probably wants to win early game with that Warwick Katarina Lux kind of gank, like fast-paced combat. UNI looks pretty good mid game, but maybe late game they fall off because of the Ornn. But Katarina also falls off, so it's gonna be an interesting game. I feel like UNI definitely has a better sustain, but Rock Bunchers might have a better team. Actually, probably does have a better team fight with like the Ornn R and the Katarina R.
Yeah, Ornn is gonna be a problem if it gets to that late game here. But I definitely think UNI has a strong mid game. Rock Munchers probably, yeah, I agree, probably a little bit better in the early game here. But yeah, I think if UNI is able to close it out a little bit in that mid game, they have a chance here. But oh, that Ornn's just going to be such a big problem in that late game.
Yeah, I think with the Fiora pick, that's definitely like a good counter to it. It's probably the best counter they can get.
For sure.
The thing is, it's kind of on the Fiora now to like win that lane and create a lot of pressure up top. Hopefully pull the Ornn to stay in the lane and maybe not teamfight as much. We'll see if that happens. Maybe like Hole Breaker, Fiora for split pushing. But just trying to force that Ornn to not group up, because I think the Fiora should win those 1v1s.
Yeah, and this man, this Lux pick is gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. I feel like it's really hard to go wrong with Lux, especially as like your first pick in game one, you know? I think Lux is just pretty solid. Unless there's like a bunch of high mobility assassins on the other team.
I can see Rakan maybe being an issue and Wukong, but definitely if you catch the Xayah with that, like, she has a lot of range. I think she's going to outrange Xayah, can outrange the Rakan and Wukong. Seraphine might actually outrange Lux, but that'll be kind of a even fight there.
Sure, those Lux pokes can be devastating, especially in that early mid game. And then late game, you just have to put up with Lux ult, and it's not a good time.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite thing with Lux is always just stealing those objectives from halfway across the map. It's always the greatest feeling when you hit it.
Yeah, it's very hard, but when you do get that like dragon snipe or baron snipe with your R, it's a good feeling.
It's a true rush of dopamine. Unmatched.
Dopamine hit. Mm-hmm. Well, as I get into a game here, we're just waiting on being able to see it. I believe this is the third game for UNI this season, right?
Yeah, third game.
Third game against in this GGLeagues bracket.
Yeah, I believe they're 1-1.
Yeah, they will. They'll quickly just draft.
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Right next to the action.
Through that league wait time, all the fun timers the league has.
I feel like at this point, League should just make a custom like draft mode like that is representative of like the LCS custom mode that they use. Like it gives time to like pick and ban and more than just your 30 seconds for actual tournaments like this.
Yeah, all they really need to do is lengthen those timers because you can see all the information you need to here. It's just a little fast.
Yeah, they have like a minute or so to draft normally per character or something. I'm not exactly sure how it works like with the actual LCS and all that, but I know it's not 30 seconds that you get, and like the banning phase is different because it's 1-2-2, 1-1, and then the two bans come after you pick your first three. So
Yeah, UNI stands for United Seraphine Pickers. I agree. Seraphine is amazing, and you should always pick Seraphine under every circumstance in any lane.
That's true. She's actually you can even pick her like ADC too, or APC, I guess. But
that's true.
I have seen games where she's picked as that carry role. She's definitely a really good team fight machine.
Like Seraphine just wins top lane because she's ranged, so she automatically wins, I think. I hate seeing a ranged character in the top lane, so Seraphine must be really aggravating. That's good. Hello, chat.
We will be the entertainment. What's up, chat?
Do you want us to do an Irish jig for you? We've been. Oh no!
No.
We were practicing our Irish jig the entire time.
Yep.
Getting set up
Yep.
just for chat, and now you guys don't even get to see it. What a shame.
All right. Well, we'll have to do it next time. Sorry, chat.
It's a
Orn-
tank, melee, AD, jungle, ranged, AP, DPS assassin that specializes in zone control and killing squishies while tanking and also killing tanks. That is, pretty accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I always play AP Orn, actually.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've never played a game of Orn in my life, but
Oh, I see. No, he's I think he's HP scaling. So any other role that isn't, or any build that isn't tank is kind of.
Yeah, all I know is
good
ornaments.
Hello.
Hello again, chat.
What's up?
It may be for real this time.
What is up, chat? Welcome to the stream. Hope you guys are having fun. It's gonna be a good set of games. We'll think we're almost about to get into the action. The draft is done, like the league draft. So I think we're just waiting for the game to load up.
Yeah. About 30 seconds. And then gotta wait for it to load.
Oh, is that where?
And then we'll start.
I can't see the timer. It's behind my phone.
Oh. You're missing the whole top section of your screen, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That whole the timer area of it.
Yeah, Ferrer has a bit of a interesting camera setup today, so.
Yeah, no webcam. Currently streaming through my phone. So
we taped to his computer.
we only do scuffed productions here at the UNI Panther Esports stream.
All right, here we go. A very optimized game coming up here.
RAM released. 24 items optimized. Huh. What graphics card is that? Sorry, sidetrack. Never mind.
All these computer science nerds.
All right, and the most important part of the game now, we can see, 5 skins. Everyone has a skin.
Top tier team on both sides.
We're in.
Technically, yes. This is
I think we're
not
in
a view
before.
I've had.
It's actually, yeah. Is this the dark theme for League of Legends?
Apparently, the loading screen lied to us.
Well,
we'll get it started for you one way or another. Oh.
I think we're...
There we go.
All right, sweet.
Off to the races.
So, Rock Munchers are immediately going together as 5 into the enemy jungle, looks like. Oh, they've been spotted by the word from Zaya. Turn that down.
Just playing it safe there, knowing that they got spotted. Gonna go ahead and back off. Probably a good choice.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, I'll feed you.
The perfect taunt.
Hey,
The
you
recon.
almost took my hand off.
So this is actually really cool because if you taunt on it the emote is like tied, kind of combined, but
Yeah,
if they both spam the
interactive
button,
one, right?
yeah, if they both spam it, it like gets both of their inputs, so you can make it go really fast and keep track. Be like double the speed of a normal emote. So it's,
That's the optimization we need to see in these kinds of games.
I'll be very interested to see. I think the top lane matchup is definitely going to be just a very big like mechanic matchup. It's going to be Fiora trying to get the read on Ornn whenever he goes in, just timing out that CC. Oh, bottom lane hits level 2 first. It's a pretty good poke on the Tristana.
And it is.
Nice little trade coming out there from UNI.
Yeah, Tristana definitely gonna be looking for that late game power spike.
Oh, an invade. Okay. Warwick actually goes for that early invade into UNI's jungle. The Wukong doesn't actually have to blow flash there. It's pretty good. It's not really the end of the world. It does stop his gank though, which maybe means Warwick will... Yeah, we'll be able to gank Fiora here. Let's see the Warwick coming in now. When he just used... Oh, I think,
Nice gank.
I think he's
Gonna
dead.
pop the double flashes there.
Does Wukong
Gonna
make it?
find that hit.
Yeah.
Taking that single tower shot, nothing too bad. And the engage in the mid lane here. Camera decides it's not an important engage.
Yeah, nothing too crazy coming out. The Fiora maybe playing a little too deep there, especially because maybe some miscommunication there between the jungle and the top lane, letting him know that he can't be there to support the gank immediately because he got invaded.
Oh, a beautiful root from the Lux. The Ignite,
Ooh.
gonna pick that up.
Yeah, the Lux gets that early kill on the Xayah there. That's actually a pretty big deal. Means Tristana
Yeah,
gets...
Man, Lux getting ahead can be very rough.
Yeah.
Especially when she's got that range advantage. Yeah, Rock Munchers a little bit ahead here. Getting those 2 kills this early. Top lane still pretty stable.
Yeah, a little bit of trading here and there. I think Fiora benefits from the trades with her life stealing from the passive, but Ornn does regen a lot, so I don't know. It'll be a pretty even lane, I think, for now.
Yeah, even with that early gank, it's not terribly detrimental at the moment, at least. Definitely helped Ornn push this wave up. But aside from that, you know, might help get a plate early.
Yeah, still pretty even game all around. No big objectives taken or lost.
And there's the big wave. Man, I love wave management. It's honestly so cool.
Yeah, it's it takes... Oh, gank coming about him.
And the pick onto the Lux, evening out that Lux kill early.
Good route there by the Xayah. Oh,
Oh, Katarina coming down, trying to help clean up, but not able to get anything there.
Yeah, the cat got kind of going in 1v3. It's pretty ambitious, but she did get the Xayah flash for it, but she had to use both her sums, I think.
Yeah, might
Good
not
flash
get the
there.
pick, but does remove some resources for this dragon.
Seraphine respecting the Warwick gank and just flashes, so she doesn't get feared into the Ornn.
Yeah, fear is a deadly mechanic, especially for slower characters. And Rock kind of invading the UNI's jungle right now.
Yeah, they give the blue over to the Katarina for that cooldown reduction. Seems Wukong probably knows about it. He didn't path directly towards his blue, so probably knows that they're taking that. Rock Munchers will also take the drag. Get a good lead with that objective. So it looks like they're going to be actually pushing for a gank up top.
And UNI just trying to chip away at this blade in mid lane, get a bit of that extra gold there. And these early engages just are not very high damage up in this top lane.
Yeah, they're both hitting each other with wet noodles right now. Ornn's just too tanky and Fiora lifesteals too much. The gank right
There's the big gank coming in. No way. Yeah, no way Katarina making out alive in that scenario.
Yep, I'm guessing they knew that Cat's flash was down from the bot engage, so it's actually pretty good from Wukong. He gets his level 6 Cat's mid to like capitalize on the flash being down. Pretty smart stuff from him.
Sticking on this Ornn, trying to get this. A good ram coming back in. This is gonna be a close one. Just
Ooh.
barely able to take out that Ornn.
Wow.
Good stuff from UNI there.
You can really see the nerf to Bramble Vest. Used to be like 50% healing reduction, now it's, I don't know, like 20 or 30%. You can definitely tell with the, like, if it was a little bit more healing reduction, I think Fiora for sure would have lost that engagement. But,
Yeah, just able to stick it out there.
it's actually pretty big from the Fiora then. His
Big's trying to get that
engage down.
poke. Decides to just engage. Not overcommitting though, waiting for this wave to come in. Lux dealing so much damage to that backline, making sure they can't just walk up with the wave.
Oh, good flash.
Yeah.
he's
Warwick
close.
engaging anyways. Lux ult. Fear just making them run away instead of running them back into the fight. A little unfortunate there for the Warwick.
Yeah, they trade the Xayah ult for the Wukong flash. I guess the Rakan flash as well early. So, I'd say it's worth for the Warwick.
Yeah, there was the Xayah and the Lux ults down there, but Lux definitely recharges a lot faster. So. Ornn hitting all of the abilities there. All the abilities doing about an eighth of Fiora's health. Take a look at the gold advantage here. UNI has actually brought their gold advantage back, getting 3 picks without giving up a pick to the Rocks.
Pretty good position from both teams. Rock Muncher is up that really early dragon, so that'll be good for them. Down bot, Xayah is actually ahead quite a bit in farm. And even mid, wow. Seraphine's been farming it up.
Wow, yeah, that is a big difference in that mid lane.
And engagement.
Almost getting that pick up on the Seraphine.
Oh,
Dodges the ram. Good stuff
disengage.
there. Definitely would have cost them to die there, especially with that level lead.
Yeah, really good stuff coming out here from the side of UNI. Respecting the 2-on-3 gank and just getting out without giving away any kills. Doesn't look like Fiora traded got a plate off of it. But maybe got some damage on the turret and pushed in, made Ornn lose a wave, so... And end of the day, probably worth it for UNI, but Seraphine did use Flash in that engagement, so Seraphine without Flash against a Warwick Katarina is pretty scary.
Definitely risky business. And this bot lane poke is pretty rough. Oh, sees the Warwick. Getting a lot of poke in. Probably gonna have to force Warwick to take it a little slow there. Wanting to rotate down to that the dragon that's spawning here soon.
Warwick's here. Actually, he knows they don't have wards, but that might have saw him. I'm not sure. I probably did.
And there's the 4 down in the bot lane. Definitely going to pick up that kill on the Lux. Lux not having the mobility to get out of there in any way, shape, or form. Tristana does have the ability to get out of there. And UNI just going to go ahead and take that plate, get that extra gold.
Good lane gank there from the Wukong. Looks like bot lane should push this in and then go to Drake. With Seraphine, looks like Seraphine is in a pretty good position with the wave, yep. They just pushed in the bot, so should be free drag for UNI, but
yep, got
looks like it might be
3
contested.
at the dragon. Yeah, Tristana is moving up to contest that. Maybe not. Yeah, they are making their presence known. But UNI able to secure. We're gonna see a full team, almost a full team engaged here. That's a pick for both teams there. Krakan gonna be able to make it out. And the Seraphine might go down here as well. Missing that auto, but finding it there at the end. And that is a big experience swing for the Rock Munchers.
Yeah, that actually helps Katarina come back a little bit. UNI picks up the dragon, but loses 1 overall. It's probably still worth it for UNI, especially because that's a pretty good soul. But making sure Cat doesn't get into the game is a pretty big deal. So I think that should finish up an item for them. Which means there's going to probably be more engagements taken now. And the lane looks like we have the rift going down.
Sure. Now that we're pushing more into this mid game here with UNI's team comp, they're probably going to be wanting to find a wedge here to push this advantage before this Ornn gets a little bit too out of hand.
Yeah. I think Fiora knows that they're stronger for sure. I'd like to see even some more action here, knowing that you can see the enemy jungler, because they have that ward over next to the Raptors. It's but looks like Fiora is just gonna play it slow. Just try and keep a lead. Nothing too crazy coming out this game.
These top lanes are always just so funny to try and commentate. They're just chipping away at each other all the time. Always chip. And then the bot lane engages are just so destructive. The pokes do half of your health.
Yeah, it's definitely looking like a more bot side involved game. The Ornn Fiora matchup, I guess, is just pretty safe. Although Ornn does have that TP, so I can see. Oh, and they missed the gank on the Ornn. He TPs out before the Wukong can connect. Oh,
Seraphine able to make it out of there. That shielding would keep her alive. Probably would have survived without it, but still.
Seraphine did have to use flash there, so flash down, and Warwick has R. Probably be looking to gank there, so some probably safer positioning from the Seraphine for the next few minutes.
Warwick getting a nice free gold from popping those wards. Always welcome. Yeah, Warwick just saying, I know none of my buffs are up, I'm gonna go around and take out these wards while I can. Got the time, no engages right now. Everyone's playing safe. Man, the Wukong down in that bot lane for UNI.
You do get the lane ward there. Let's see if they can read that Wukong might be bot. It looks like they don't, but not quite sure. Oh, they engage mid lane.
Next time.
Get
Yep.
the pick on the Seraphine. It looked like there might have been something going down bot. No.
So they do catch out that Seraphine doesn't have flash there. Expend the Wukong or the Warwick ult for it, but get that easy trade kill.
And there's the engage. Tristana got that big jump back. Not quite gonna save her though. And that is definitely a deadlocks as well. Very clean engage from UNI there. Quick and easy. And securing that Drake.
Yeah, they can just go straight up to Dragon. Maybe even look to rotate on mid, depending on how fast they take it. But it looks like mid will actually get the tower, so Seraphine's going to be more susceptible to ganks now, which is pretty scary if you're Seraphine versus a Warwick Katarina already.
Being the caster in that lane with the Katarina mobility plus that super mobile jungler is not a good time.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to open up the map a lot for Rock Munchers. UNI is on their second drag, so it's 2-1 right now with drag. Really engage, actually. Good juke.
Whipping that ult, but knows that the Katarina's coming up. Not quite able to find the pick though. Forcing the recall. Probably gonna get some tower chip here once again. It's those small incremental things that matter in the top lane.
Yeah, that's that flash. It's pretty big. Especially now, actually. Could see world where Ornn maybe dives that, but looks like they're just playing a very safe game of the top lane this game.
Yeah, this whole game has just seemed pretty safe. A lot of the UNI games we've seen have been over by this point, but the big engage coming in once again, just diving onto that Lux and Tristana over and over again, taking advantage of their lack of mobility. Tristana has some, but not enough health to be able to notice that situation and use it in time.
Yeah, let's see what Rock Munchers does to kind of respond to that. They know that Wukong is bot, so I mean their options here are to gank a lane or to stop the bot push, but it looks like UNI is actually kind of calling the bluff that they're not going to do anything the rest of the map, or do anything fast enough, I guess, and they just
Yeah,
take the
they're
2-2 for
rotating
free.
down, but not quite quick enough.
Whoa.
And this might be a pick onto the Katarina here. Now Katarina going to be able to make it out. Warwick engaging though. Lux ult coming in, but not going to find anything too big. Tristana jumping in. No engage option, no disengage option available to her, but UNI just going to back off.
if UNI gets out here for free, that's actually really big. They take the tier 2 and they bring 4 people bot, and Fiora gets top lane for free.
Yeah, Fiora just farming up there, doing what Fiora does. Be engaged with the Ornn on the Seraphine here, popping that ult. Hits it on the second shot there. Yeah, Seraphine not quite. Oh, maybe? No, not gonna be able to make it out. Seraphine just so slow.
So UNI doesn't really have anything to fight for over here. Maybe getting a reset would be big. I bet Zarya is sitting on, I guess, 2 kills and 2 towers worth of gold, so if I was I'd probably want to back at this point. It's pretty... You don't want to sit on too much gold. Like 2,000 is generally a good point to like go back unless you can full buy an item sometimes, which they'll probably buy an LDR here and not LDR. Or yeah, Lord Doms and maybe a big component for another thing.
And thanks to that super long, dragged-out team fight there, Fiora actually the first one to take a tower in top.
Yeah, that play bot really opened up a lot of options here. Although Fiora doesn't have TP, so you can't really pressure the like Baron play where you send your top lane down bot with TP, and then you have the other 4 members of your team sit around that Baron area, and whenever more than one person goes down to try and deal with that Fiora, there's an engage. Oh, Fiora actually is going for it.
Ooh, that was a nice little mix-up, but the Warwick coming in to help support this. Gonna see the ult come out from Ornn here. Missing the second Sin there, but Warwick smells blood. He's not gonna leave. Fiora dragging him out away from the Ornn, gonna try to take the engage, not gonna be able to clean it up. Katarina just gonna steal. Oh, never mind.
Trades that. It's a 1v3 trade. That's pretty good actually.
Yeah.
But they do get the top tower, and UNI don't have anything to do right now.
Yeah,
they do get
UNI
some
not
good
able
wards.
to capitalize on that.
Ornn does have TP for this fight, so he can still show up even when they go for the dragon and get some damage. Maybe even take this top tier too, so good plays coming out here from Rock Munchers. Let's see what they do.
UNI saying we're not going to take the fight here, we're going to force you to come down here. Or let us engage this dragon, whichever it is.
They actually, if they would have started right away, they could have done it without the Warwick being there in time. I guess they might not have seen the death timer on him being so short, but definitely would have had time to do it before he spawned. Actually, Warwick is still taking Raptors. It's here now. They get the root.
Giving away some of those Raptors and getting engaged on for free there.
Ooh, big charm.
Ult's firing. So many things are happening right now. The Xayah picking up a kill and the Wukong picking up a kill on the Tristana. There goes the Lux. And that is just the Ornn. Nope, there's
Xayah is back in.
just the Ornn left.
Oh, but the Ornn. The Death Knight DPS tank. Ah, he dies. UNI, holy moly, actually coming up huge. They do that 4v5. Meanwhile, Fiora is just pushing top lane.
That is very big for UNI.
They get the full team wipe, dragon, and top lane tier 2. That's a big shift. It's looking a little rough for Rock Munchers right now.
Yeah, that Ornn being so tanky, surviving that long, almost getting the picks but not quite, is detrimental, setting his death timer off from the rest of his team there.
Yeah, excellent plays from UNI there. Just their team fight's actually really good. They had like the Seraphine double charm. The Xayah just pumps out a lot of damage in those scenarios, and Wukong, I think, got the two-man knock-up into like another two-man knock-up. It's pretty good stuff in the Rakan, of course. Just excellent in a team fight where you can charm everybody.
Yeah, getting that free engage on that Warwick early was So good for UNI in that situation. Just being able to
Yeah.
take out the jungler that early in the fight.
Yeah, a little mispositioning there from the Warwick. Definitely not understanding that UNI. Well, good job on the Zaya actually, because she was like right there ready for the Warwick to come in. I just understood that like if you turn on the jungler right away before an objective, it's really big. It's like you destroy their chance to smite, so it kind of forces
getting rid
that
of
fight.
Smite. And the top lane and bot lane both so far pushed up for UNI, but the engage there gonna pick off that Katarina.
Good use of Rakanar, getting that early pick, just trading that one ult for. And they go on
Finding the Warwick.
Warwick 2.
The fear, the stun, the knockup, stun, the stun. That Warwick
had a lot
locked
of
down
fun.
for 5 seconds. A
He
very
was having a lot of
interactive
fun.
game of League. Yeah, UNI timing all of their CC very well right there to find that pick. Make sure Warwick doesn't have a chance to do anything.
An easy Baron, that's
Yeah, that it is.
it's very free for UNI.
Rock's not
They
even
don't
going to
reset, they
bother
actually
trying to
just-
contest. Yeah, they don't really need
Okay,
to.
nice.
They can, but, you know.
Usually whenever you do Baron, you want to try and get a reset. It's
Yeah, you definitely want to go get your shop items, all
because
that.
they all probably were sitting on like 1 to 2,000, so it's just a good rule of thumb. Like if your team is all up and you all get Baron, you're not really being contested. Just get a good safe like recall, and then everyone goes to lane and you get ready for like the next team fight that could basically win the game, because that's what Baron really does. Is it helps you like
That he does.
helps you push, just get that game-winning fight. So you don't want to be sitting on gold when you're trying to like have that last fight of the game.
Yeah, man, the Baron executes are cool and all, but I love those Baron minions. So strong.
Yeah. Yeah, the melee minions take like 10 hits as an ADC sometimes, and I'm like, is it even worth it to hit these things right now, or should I just go kill the hero with the Baron buff?
Yeah, this tower down instantly. And we've got the Fiora giving that buff to those minions in the bot lane. UNI waiting in this bush, waiting for the rocks to take one step too far, but they are not going to fall for that.
You're playing with fire
Horn
now.
opening up shop there.
Fiora actually goes back there. That's, I think they saw it too. Will Rock Munchers take a fight though? I don't know.
They popped
Oh,
that
I see.
Knuckle, hoping to see an engage coming in from UNI, most likely. But not gonna take the bait there.
Yeah, UNI actually playing really safe with this Baron buff. I guess they're just gonna play around the drag. Is that their third or second drag?
UNI is on
The
3.
fourth, actually.
Well, yeah, this will be the 4th.
This will be
For
the soul,
UNI.
actually. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the 5th in total, so yeah, Soul. Ocean Soul, it looked like.
So yeah, I understand the reason you want to back off. You can still have Fiora pushing out top, so when they do match the dragon here, if Ornn TP's away, Fiora could like possibly even end the game with Baron buff.
Ooh, yeah, just walking up to that
Oh,
bush,
wow.
no vision, gonna get punished.
Yeah, UNI doesn't help get clear out and get vision set up. Cat
Oh, but
goes
the
in.
dive coming
Wow.
in from Katarina not paying off
Just
there.
immediately dead.
Are you gonna try to hold off this top lane? Don't want to give
think-
up the last tower.
UNI can still fight this. It's
They definitely
actually
can.
they traded support for mid. That's
Yeah, they can
It's pretty
definitely
big.
fight this.
want to flash out.
Gonna try to get the engage, but get poked out there
Good
a little
route.
bit.
Oh wait, flash out by Warwick. Oh no, he flashed out the pit because he was tanking it. He started it, so Let's Warwick flash down now too.
A lot of question mark things. Oh,
Probably
Lux
understand that.
gonna
Oh, Lux
take that
dead.
with the R. That's exactly what I was talking about, but UNI gonna go ahead and punish them
Yeah.
for that. Take that. Take those kills.
Time of day doesn't really matter. UNI should be able to get at least 2 inhibs with that, so
Yeah, that
maybe
is
even the
Soul
game.
for Rocks, but a 4-piece for UNI.
Wait, Katarina? Maybe walking up too far?
Over engaging,
Zai
diving
is
back in.
really strong right now. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
questionable. I guess kind of a Hail Mary play.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta try something. Especially when your team just got wiped at Soul and you're down this many turrets, I understand. But Ornn gonna have to hold this one off for a bit. And he is the right champ for Rocks to stall with, but yeah, not a good spot for them.
UNI is backing up. I think they all have probably an item to buy or a lot of gold in the bank, so just respecting Rock Munchers, playing it safe.
For sure, no need to force that final engage right now. You can back up, heal up, make sure everybody's ready to go. Set up for that final push.
Baron's coming up in a minute, less than a minute, looks like. So, it's probably the next bet. Rakan's already getting some pretty good deep boards going.
I think this is the longest game I've seen this season for UNI. So that's
Yeah, we're actually hitting level 18 on Fiora and almost Ornn. It's actually a pretty big level gap going on. A 5 level difference between ADC and top lane right now of UNI and Rock Muncher.
Yeah, UNI definitely ahead right now. Gonna see if they can close this out, or if Lux will steal this Baron with an ult as well. If that happens, I'll be very sad for UNI.
Gotcha.
Finds the Ornn.
Oh, really smart. He's not super engaging until his team gets here.
Yeah, that was very nice to not overcommit there.
Wow, that's actually a really big pick. That means their Baron fight's kind of just.
Yeah, that's almost a minute on the death timer.
Oh, it's not even close. The Fiora tanks the entire. It's a rough game.
That was sad. The Fiora is so far ahead, though. There's not much you can do in that 1v1.
Actually, 100 farm up.
Oh, good poke from Lux. Gonna be able to do half health, but Lux doesn't necessarily want that single target ult. And almost fully healed already. Yeah, this game looking pretty sealed for UNI at this point.
Yeah, it's Rock Munchers are gonna need to pull off a miracle team fight. I've seen it happen before, but it's looking pretty rough.
Yeah, they're gonna have to win the team fight against UNI with Baron buff, and then probably win at least 1 or 2 more team fights. It's gonna be rough, but they could get there.
Against Baron, it's actually
Lux ult immediately after using Lux ult in that last engage. Big charge coming in from the Ornn there. Ooh. Double pick on the Lux there in Katarina.
Oh, Wukong is in.
And there goes the Warwick. There's all of Rock's damage. They are not going to be able to win this fight. They have tanks
do it
to
again.
stall with, but
They do it again all without Fiora. Just the core mid lane, jungle, and bot lane all fighting without their Fiora. Their team fight's really good. They kind of an unsung hero in all of this. I think is the Seraphine again, just giving a lot of sustain, like making sure that they can continue on with these long engages and
living through that Katarina burst is always a
Yeah.
trip.
yeah.
Ornn going down, both the towers going down. That's game. Good stuff from UNI there.
GGs are calm.
Making sure they seal out that game before Ornn and his items become too much of an issue there.
Getting a good understanding their win condition there. They need to shut down the game, shut down the Katarina before she turns into like an assassin that's one-shotting your Xayah and your Rakan and Seraphine.
Sure, that Katarina could have done a lot of work against those squishier characters, but we also saw how ineffective Katarina was in that 1v1 against the Fiora, especially when down 2 or 3 levels, was it?
Yeah. Just UNI getting a good lead and then continuing on that good lead, not really giving away anything to the opponents. It's kind of what League is. It's like, yeah, you're just playing your normal game and looking for any openings. They found a lot of good openings with like once the mid game started when they grouped up as 4 and just started winning some fights that maybe they shouldn't because they were grouped and just have that like seemed like they were overall like more confident with their team fight ability than Rock Munchers was. They understood the power of like Seraphine, Rakan, Xayah, and just like the way that they drafted it for Fiora kind of being the split pusher, not even needing to be there in the team fights. It's pretty big from UNI, just understanding that that's their win condition and that's like how they want to be playing the game. They don't want to be playing the game how Rock Munchers want them to play. They just like they're doing their own thing, sort of thing.
Yeah, and I think Rock Monsters did have some pretty good ganks in their early game with the Warwick there, but towards the mid-late game phase, there were a couple of questionable engages on some of those ganks, and UNI really started to come back with their own, especially those 4-man ganks in the bot lane, taking out two picks.
Yeah,
Really swung
yeah,
the game for them.
yeah. They really like to stack the bot lane. They kind of knew that the Fiora Ornn like matchup would be slow, so they really smart. Just knowing that like that Rakan can engage onto the Tristana, onto the Lux, and they did. They especially made sure that they had the vision to actually get into bot lane. So good stuff from UNI there.
Like once you stun that Tristana and pick her off, you're already engaged on the Lux. Lux isn't escaping.
Mm.
So yeah, that was some really strong engages there. Some good clean gameplay.
Yeah, good stuff overall from both teams. It's good to see the early skirmishes that were happening. Overall, I think UNI has a better like understanding of what their game plan is and what they should do.
So
At least like with their whole draft in mind, you know, they play to their strengths. They don't play to their they just play to their strengths, I guess. That's about it.
any expectations for bans here from the Rock Munchers?
I can see maybe a Xayah band coming out. Of course, you ban the Viego, I guess, because
Yeah, apparently there's someone who is destroying with Viego lately.
yeah, definitely don't want to show the Viego off from the UNI. Just ban it every time, but I could see them maybe banning the Xayah this time. I know UNI's like maybe the weakness to that comp is their early game. Like we could see the Katarina kind of becoming a threat, and their Warwick were like really punishing the Seraphine and just like being able to get those picks. So maybe something more pick oriented or something that scales later. But from seeing UNI's team fight, it looks like UNI has a better team fight. So I definitely like to see more like just gank oriented or like pick off oriented comp coming from Rock Munchers, unless they think they can like actually show up and like draft a really good team fight comp. Oh, same bands and everything.
Yeah, so far almost identical. What did chat say? I know chat said they wanted to see someone in this game too. I have to scroll up and find it.
It's like, I need some water.
Go for it.
I will be right back.
Well, I don't know what they said. We're seeing the Seraphine pick once again, though. Always got to see that Seraphine. Seraphine putting in so much work. Mid gap starting to show. Yeah. Yeah, Seraphine was pretty far ahead in that last game towards the end there. And the Lux pick sticking around for the Rock Munchers. Yeah, the Lux is probably going to have to play a little bit safe for this game. Not that Lux was playing unsafely. Lux just has no mobility. It is rough when Lux gets hit with the engage. Probably going to need to see a little bit more of the vision control would help out that Lux a lot. And the Garen probably top lane once again. Seeing a change there for the Rock Munchers.
Huh. Yeah, the Garen coming out. You and I drafting the exact same. I mean, hey, if it isn't broke, don't fix it,
Hey,
right?
it worked perfectly fine for him last time, you know?
We'll see what they do. I mean, I haven't seen you and I lose with this comp, so I don't want to cast or curse it too early, but I guess I probably just did. So
I,
I'm not responsible for whatever happens in this game. But I mean, the comp looks really good. Like they play it really well. If I was Rock Munchers, I would probably look to ban. I guess keep banning out the jungler, ban out like his Wukong and whatever else you can that you've seen he's pretty scary on. Yep,
yeah,
that's
there's
smart.
the Yeah, it looks like Rock Munchers are wanting to play a bit more aggressively this time. Definitely leaning towards a much more early game oriented comp so far.
Yeah, I like the Garen pickup's pretty good. It does give that early game play style. The Sivir is a little mid to late game, but I guess
Yeah,
with
Sivir's just pretty good all the time though.
with the R you can like get your Garen into the fights. So
Yeah, for sure Sivir like maxes out late game, but like still better early game than what we were seeing
right.
last game probably. Did we see a Vi ban last game? I don't remember on that one.
I don't think so.
It's an interesting random ban.
Hmm.
I assume they think Vi would be a counter pick option for the Munchers here, but it's an interesting one.
Yeah, she's pretty good versus Seraphine, and I think if you R Zaya when she Rs, it still goes on her, even though she's untargetable. Like if you start the R, it still targets her technically.
Huh. Interesting.
I'm not exactly sure on that, so don't quote me.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a matchup specialist, so
Warwick again. Okay. It looks like Rock Munchers are going for a more just run at 'em style comp, which I like. It's if they play, it's easier to get on the Seraphine and the Zaya backline with the Sivir speed. Maybe that's what they were missing with like Tristana. It was kind of hard to actually
yeah,
get those fights started. And with the Lux, you don't have that engage either. So
for sure. Maybe just taking advantage of the fact that we're not going to be able to stop UNI
Nocturne
from
pick.
engaging. So if they're going to engage, we're going to engage when they engage. You know.
Mhm. So the Nocturne pick coming out from UNI. It's less of a team fight, more of a that pick oriented. So they did a good job, kind of like Rock Munchers did a good job banning out those like team fight based Oh, the Tryndamere. Oh, I love this character. Tryndamere versus Garen. I'm interested to see this comp. I think the and then the Silas mid. Okay. So
Interesting
UNI's looking to play that. I think that same style where they stack 4 around Dragon area, and then they want their Tryndamere to split push, just like play Ignite Flash and try and like win that matchup versus the Garen. We'll see if he can.
Yeah, this is definitely looking like it'll be a much more aggressive game here. From both teams.
Yeah, especially with the junglers, just opens up a lot to ganking and making it about actually taking those like really quick fights.
Sure, yeah, so Tryndamere is the one who just like doesn't die, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, he's annoying.
he has that 5 seconds of immunity whenever you press R. I don't think you can do it when you're silenced though, so if he doesn't time it right, the Garen can like Q him and then R him before Tryndamere presses his R. So there's some counterplay there.
Yeah, I think it'll that top lane is definitely just going to come down to who gets that early advantage and is able to keep pressing it, because both of those characters are pretty strong in that early game and start to fall off a bit later. I guess Tryndamere doesn't fall off that much, but I feel like Garen definitely falls off in the late game.
Yeah, I'd actually say Garen's better early game. Tryndamere is probably better like late mid to late game. So just depending on what I saw last time with like how they made the Fiora always split, I think they're gonna, if they play that style again, they're gonna probably find better results with this, because Trynd is like a monster at just split pushing. He's so hard to kill, and he also pushes towers extremely fast just because he attacks fast and does a lot of damage.
Right.
Who questions my ability?
Trying to think. Let's see. Who does Nocturne pick off? What's the Nocturne target here? Obviously, context is necessary, but
My guess is they'll probably play it around bot side. It's a little hard to kill Silas, but actually I don't think he outranges your EE technically as Nocturne. Like when Silas dashes away, I don't think he gets out of your fear if you have it on him already. So I could see him maybe going mid, but Stephanie doesn't have the best kill pressure, so probably
Okay.
bot lane. And you just go for the Lux because the Sivir has her R, but
yeah, Lux is
or
not
her
in
spell
the
shield.
way. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's kind of actually looks like a pretty scary Lux game. Like everything can one-shot you.
That is pretty true. I guess Seraphine might have a bit of an issue with it, but you shouldn't see Seraphine too much until those team fights anyways, so.
Mm-hmm. It'll I think it will probably be a little better matchup for the Sivir because you can spell shield the Rakan as he goes in. Like it's really telegraphed, so you can see it easier. Yeah, I'm curious how this game is going to go.
Altair Raptor wants a shout out. So no. I said
Can I
your
get a shout
name
out?
on stream. That's a shout out, right? That counts.
Yeah, I think so. Let's go Altair Raptor.
Love the caster cams. Caster cams are good. I'm glad you guys like them. I think they're a nice addition.
Yeah, it's my current setup is pretty scuffed. I currently have my phone taped to my monitor, so what can you do? You know.
Yeah, gotta
don't have,
just gotta
don't have a
accept
webcam,
this
so we improvise.
Oh,
I put a lot of tape on. It's like at least 20 pieces of tape.
you said it's Scotch tape though, right?
Yeah, Scotch tape.
Yeah, yeah. I'm with Anna. That's impressive.
I have it like all across it, you know, going across all the strips. It's working.
If it works.
It just works sometimes. Again, if you're just tuning in, welcome. This is the UNI versus Rock Muncher GGLeagues match. We are your casters, Fervor.
And Puzzle Box. Don't forget to get your Puzzle Box merch.
He's got merch. Where can I order that at, Puzzle Box?
I wish it was actual merch.
All right, well, I tried.
I appreciate the effort. No, my friend just printed out my logo on a sticker for no reason.
Don't forget, we have UNI merch through the UNI store.
That's true. That's true.
Online.
We have a link on that in our link tree.
Yeah, we'll drop that in Twitch at some time. We'll drop our socials.
I'm checking the link tree.
Oh, it did? Okay. Dope. Thank you for letting us know. The jerseys are dope. I have a jersey.
Kind of have merch.
Kind of. We have scuffed merch.
Our merch is in a subliminal space, but it does exist, and that's the important part.
Those jerseys are really good. Highly recommend. I've had mine for 3 years now, I think. They're really good. You can get your gamer tag on the back. It's show all your friends and family, you know, represent UNI. I get a lot of comments on it. People are like, damn, that's dope. Like actually having your own jersey, you know, it's not every organization does it, so it's pretty cool. Definitely recommend checking it out.
Oh, we got the matching Zayan Recon skins. Unbeatable.
Look up.
Dang, we have textures this game. That's a shame.
No dark theme this time.
I prefer to watch my League games in dark mode, but you know, maybe that's just me.
Another early invade here from Rock Munchers.
They do have the ward there. Out. Gonna go ahead and back off. When will we see the randomly awesome Jarvan? Man, I don't know how I feel about Jarvan. Personally, not a fan of the character, but I haven't seen the Jarvan from UNI, so.
Yeah, I don't know how he is right now. I know he has been strong before, just not sure if he's meta.
I don't care if he's meta, I just don't like him.
Very fair. I just like him because I watch a streamer sometimes. You guys people might know him. He's a what is his name?
Fervor?
Crown?
At Twitch.
No, not Fervor, not Fervor. he's a former pro. Won Worlds with Jarvan, and if you've seen the Rise, if you've seen the Rise music video, he's the Jarvan in it. So
nice.
It's the jungler for Samsung Galaxy, I think it was. It's been a few years now. I don't know. I'm a boomer.
Yeah, Legends of Runeterra Jarvan really just left a sour taste in my mouth, I'm gonna be honest. Not a fan of him. Garen, the Beyblade. Yeah, that is the much more aggressive top lane, as we were saying earlier.
He's already bullying him out of lane, or trying to. He's probably gonna hit level 2 first, but he's winning in that CS.
Yeah, before those early game engages did about 1/8 of the health, now they're doing 1/3 to half.
Ooh, the level 2 engage.
Early pick here on the
Flash on Sivir. Oh, and a flash
Sivir,
from
though.
Zaya. Gets him.
Yes, gets it. Good stuff from UNI. Gonna go ahead and take that early lead. Secure some of that early farm. All that good early stuff.
It's actually really big. If you and I crash this wave in right now... Oh, actually... They find
No
the
way
Lux.
they get a second pick? Almost?
Wow, she's so low. But you and I, if they crash this wave down bot, they can deny the Sivir from getting that XP, so... Should be pretty low level. But Warwick going in bot lane.
Gonna try to get this pick off. Gonna get knocked. Might
No
not
way.
be able to find this before getting picked himself. The Zaya looks like might be able to get out here, but Warwick smells that blood. He's gonna flash in and secure that kill. Definitely a good play from that Warwick, trying to help even out that gold disparity there. And that experience. But yeah, this top lane is definitely, they're playing a lot more risky here. They're gonna have to. Can't afford to give up that early lead. Especially when, especially if Trendemir gets behind here against the early Garen. It will be rough.
I like this little move Trendemir is doing. Every time the Garen Q's in, he just spins out. It's a good way to dodge the spin then from Garen.
It helps ensure you're not taking all that damage.
What? Oh. Little misclick there coming out from Rakan. He actually flashed in place. It's okay. They're spam pinging it now. They know. Hey, at least it's making light of it.
Big engage in the jungle bush there a little bit. Looks like we're not gonna make it out alive. Oh, yep. The Warwick coming up from behind.
Huh.
Gonna make sure that pick gets claimed even after that flash. But the
Interesting.
most
Definitely-
important part is that we have merch in chat, so check that out if you want some merch.
It's good stuff. So the interesting interaction, sometimes Warwick, if you hold your Q on the target and they jump, you go with them. But, so the flash came out from the Nocturne and the Warwick went with them, but it didn't even really look like the Warwick started their Q animation, but I don't know, maybe
That Silas playing with fire in the mid
I've seen it
lane right
before.
now. But the Warwick, it's a bait for the Warwick gank in the mid lane. Seraphine sees it. Maybe? I think Seraphine's running. Oh, nice flash.
Maybe he didn't need to use that flash. Could have actually baited the fight maybe with the Nocturne so close, but again,
Yeah, it looks like
respecting it.
Silas actually backed off too, so probably didn't need the flash, but good idea at the very least.
Yeah, just playing it safe. And then have a
And there's the
DC,
disconnect.
and he's back. Okay.
Alright, no pause needed.
Ping 1600. Uh-oh. Well, I guess you can... this isn't LAN, sadly. Garen looks like he's playing with 1600 ping. Somebody pinged
Yeah.
in chat.
At least he's playing Garen.
That's true. It's a very... If you're lagging, probably just pick Garen. You know, it's like your safest choice.
Just be near them and spin. Call it a day, but... Yeah, look at all that free farm. You don't have to CS. Garen does it for you. All that good stuff. Trendemir saying, no, you.
Just beating them.
And here comes the
Okay.
engage from the Warwick coming down bot. Gonna try to pop that spear. Not gonna land anything.
And Silas is here too. Khan just gets out. Oh,
Nice
she gets rooted.
pick up here. Yeah, Rock Munchers actually doing the four-person engage in the bot lane this time.
Oh, does he
Silas
die?
going in for that.
Oh, wait, the minion?
Oh, might die to the minion.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
The pot, actually. Wow. It's
Good
super close,
stuff.
but yeah,
good stuff
awesome.
from Rock Munchers.
Awesome dive there. Still have the Tryndamere pushing in the top lane. If they if Rock Muncher leave this Tryndamere unchecked, I think it might be scary. Actually, is Garen dead here?
Maybe if
goes.
Tryndamere goes
He
for
is.
this dive. Yep, gonna
Yeah,
go
he's
for it.
just
Has that ult, says I'm not scared of this tower. Tryndamere
No.
so good at taking those dives.
Slightly off the mark there.
And it looks like we've just got some good old respectful jungling going on once again. UNI gonna take a couple plates off this bottom tower, get that gold advantage going. Seraphine actually ahead in this lane, but Silas wanting that pick
Steals the
and
horn.
is gonna get it, and that lead is now tied back up.
Oh, the cleanse. Hope he has cleanse on Silas. Wait, is this actually Nocturne dead? Too? Oh, it is.
It is. This Silas
Wow.
is putting in work right now.
He sure is. Holy moly. Just gets the Nocturne hour out too.
Yeah, that was very good for Rock Munchers right there. Gonna go ahead and secure this River Herald while they're at it.
Yep, that's a free Rift Herald. No contest on that really. Nocturne has to take his jungle.
Astonishingly, gold is very even right now, despite the dragon and 4-kill lead that
Oh, wow.
Munchers have.
It seems something is happening bot lane. With the farm, Zaya is up 50 farm right now. I don't know if they're zoning or Sever is missing some CS, but it's a
Oh
pretty
yeah,
big,
that is
pretty big gap right there.
Yeah, that would explain the gold difference.
Holy
The
moly!
experience is about even, thanks to the couple of assists that Simmer has here, but and Zaya being dead multiple times. But yeah, Garen trying to get that
Holy invade!
here. Big invade, gonna pick off this Warwick, probably?
Wait,
Maybe
Trinity?
not though. Silas coming in to help support, make sure Warwick doesn't get taken out in vain. Warwick not gonna die at all. So much support coming in from the Rock Munchers. Going to ruin that gank and turn it around on UNI.
Yeah, UNI, I guess, overstepping a little bit into that jungle. Maybe some miscommunication between Zaya and the rest of their team. Flash is blown mid lane. Again, pretty scary for the Seraphine being down flash against that Warwick Silas combo. Also, looks like Tryndamere could be
Ooh,
killed.
Silas going for this dive again.
Oh, wow.
Gonna find another kick. Yeah, this Silas
the
is
burn.
so far ahead right now. Garen gonna go for this dive. Gonna get hit with this Nocturne coming in to help clean this up though. Not gonna find that Tryndamere. Gonna be a free kill there. River Herald definitely gonna take down this middle tower.
Yeah, Rock Munchers are playing pretty well there. Definitely using that early lead that Silas is getting. Let's see if he roams more, maybe helps their bot lane recover a bit. I'd like to see that. Just the like strength that the Silas has distributed a little bit. See if he can help just fight for the objectives.
The Silas is up 7 kills right now. A pick on the Silas would be very good for UNI, getting all that bounty gold.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. They have we have Dragon coming up pretty soon. You can probably expect to see a team fight there.
Certainly.
Maybe Nocturne going for an early gank on Lux spawn. But he doesn't have R.
I suppose he doesn't need it if he's already there, but gonna go ahead and back off, try to close in on this Silas mid, perhaps, instead.
I think this is a really hard kill, but they are bringing 4.
Yeah, they are going for it. Silas is questioning whether or not they should take the engage. Ricky recognizes that they're for them, backs off. It's not worth it.
Yeah, smart stuff. It's very easy there to kind of just go in and, like, you know, flex a little bit, show that you have that strength, but good discipline coming out from.
Yeah, say I'm Silas, I'm mid lane, I'm 3 levels ahead of you, I can take you.
I'm 7-0. Yeah, exactly. It's a smart play. Sometimes just not going in when you have that lead is the best way.
There's the Silas flex coming. Yeah, Silas probably. I don't know. Good rotate from UNI, but the Silas doing so much work here. Warwick's gonna go down to the Seraphine though.
If we can get the Silas. Oh no, it's actually terrible. Wow.
A very unfortunate turn of events for UNI there.
Really big stuff
yeah,
coming from that Silas and Warwick.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough to come back from this Silas.
Yeah, we'll see what UNI does. If I was in this position, you just wait till you have like 4 ults up and you kind of all just throw it onto him and see if you can get the kill. But you have to like somehow bait him in. Maybe like have Seraphine just bait with the Seraphine mid. Just show no one on the map, and then suddenly like 4 people gank your mid. That's probably UNI's way back in, but right now it's hard to contest, I think, because Rock Munchers have such a lead.
Lux alone in that bush, not gonna get engaged on though. Silas going in. Sees the level 7. Says I want blood. Not able to find it though. Getting poked out by the Seraphine a little bit.
Seraphine flash down now. It's kind of hard to bait anything. And there's no objectives. Maybe they play for the Rift Herald. They're dewarding it right now. Collapsing on the Warwick.
Like they are rotating up for it. They want this pick. Warwick taking that massive jump though, saying, no, I'm good.
Yeah, flash and ult away from the Warwick. That's pretty big. Oh, but Silas is toying with the idea of going in. He almost has his presence
is known. Try to tell them, you shouldn't take this River Herald, I'm here. Doesn't know they have another ward in that bush. Silas taking that engage.
Oh wow, it's a Silas show. Oh wow, wait, bot lane. Zai actually gets a double kill.
Wow, that is some good stuff. The Silas
2v2.
still alive. 3 down for UNI, I believe. So
I
not
think
in
Trinamir
UNI's
here is
favor.
pretty dead. He's rather dead. I think his best bet would have actually dared to been like run up past the Garen. They trade towers, but this Rift is gonna take tier 2. Maybe tier 3 if they keep all 3 here.
Yeah, getting this free damage on that tier 2 is big.
Okay, they'll play it safe. But Silas is sticking around. Does go in. Is this an
Could this
overextension?
be the moment for UNI?
Oh, it is an overextension. Okay, wow.
That's big, 700 gold
That's-
bounty.
Yeah, it's... Oh,
Garen getting
Blast.
popped up too. Very nice play. Assuming UNI
yeah,
popped it.
that's the thing. Like, he had a 10-0 lead. Just backing there would have definitely been a safe choice, but you know, you're 10-0. You're like, no, I can probably 1v5, right? But he didn't have any mana. It's I can understand. It's sometimes you just ego and it's hard to like. Maybe he thinks he has to do something right away, but with him dying there, it's pretty big. You and I are like Trin is pushing bot now. They could probably
Levels
get
are
that.
pretty much even. Gold UNI is pretty close now. That even things up a lot for UNI.
Yeah, for sure.
It looks like we got the rotate down bot coming up from UNI. I'm gonna go ahead and invade, take this blue buff. Double target Lux ult, but not gonna find anything too big there.
It's a pretty good amount of poke, and Zayed doesn't have any lifesteal, so like any damage she's taking is permanent.
I was trying to capitalize on that, but Garen, sorry. Preemptive engage, gonna get snuffed out there pretty hard.
Oh, the Sivir ult. Oh, that was some miscommunication coming out there. Just good job from UNI, realizing that they can just walk away from that. With Dragon coming up, I think UNI can fight this. If I was UNI right here, I would take the longest fight possible. Like, don't even fight at all. Just kind of bait.
Silas just in the backlines here. Gonna try to go in on this 1v4 here. Team
It's fear
just
through
trying
the
to
zonas.
secure the dragon.
Oh,
Gets picked off for it. Lux does find that kill on the Seraphine.
okay, they get it.
Yep, Murray secures that dragon. And gonna go ahead and get a pick on the Nocturne as well here. Dancing into this pit here.
Such a
Gonna be
weird
able to
fight.
Flash through the wall. Zaya just picking up. Both get through the wall. Good disengage from UNI there. Recognizing that they have more mobility.
Again, very even game. This game, they trade the drag, but they get the Silas kill. Actually, probably more favored for Rock Munchers there. For sure, more favored for Rock Munchers.
Yeah, Rock Munchers are still up 3 dragons. You look at the kill board, it's not even, but in terms of gold and experience, it's still fairly close.
Her ADC lagging hard. And we got a pause. Looks like Rock Munchers ADC is lagging. See if they can pause and just hope for the ping gets better.
Yeah, so go ahead and take a look around here at the board. Looks like UNI is actually a little bit ahead in the top lane there.
Yeah, the in terms of towers, they definitely have a lead. Is that 3 dragons for Rock Munchers?
Yep, 3 dragons for Muncher. Gold difference is about half a K for Rock Munchers in the lead there.
So, as we go into the like kind of mid game, Silas is probably going to start falling off a little bit because their Zaya is so strong now. I'd like to see like maybe a quick pick with the Nocturne R, but then just playing it safe for UNI and like letting their chin split. And kind of the same thing on the other side is like getting that Warwick pick, or I guess their play is more of an all-in over an objective. So we'll see what they do. I definitely think this game is still pretty open, but Rock Munchers definitely have a good lead with that 3 dragon set up just one away from Soul.
Yeah, definitely getting to that point in the game where Garen is going to want to make his impact now.
Alright, back to it. Silas goes on
right
the...
off the bat, Silas getting
Oh, Zaya's dead.
good pick on the Zaya and Rakan there. That'll definitely shut down UNI from continuing this fight. Silas says, I want some more, but not able to get it there.
Yeah, really good pick on the Zaya there. Looks like the Silas just picks out the Zaya. Just saw him out of position and just immediately goes for it.
Yeah, especially with UNI's positioning there, picking off that Zaya just ends that fight. Sees another engage on this Tryndamere.
Nice root. Good R by Trent. We get the Silas.
Another big pick, but this Garen leaving through right now.
Zaya gets a hit for free. And
Warwick
Sivir's
going
actually
down again.
bot right now. Okay. All around even fight again. A lot of very even fights.
And yeah, even fights are almost always in favor of the team that is losing. So.
Well, yeah, for sure. Looks like Garen's going in up here.
Garen says, I've got you. Tryndamere says, no, you don't.
He's the ghost. Gets the ghost out for that, so it's not bad. Garen's actually doing better here than I thought. I thought initially the Trin would probably win this matchup, but looks like this build coming from Garen, the Stride Breaker, I think is what it's called, and the more of a reminder combo is pretty good. Counter to the Trin move.
Oh, that's going to be a pick onto that Seraphine for sure. That was a good stun from the Lux here. Going to try to finish off this engage on the Nocturne as well, but not going to find it. Yeah, just a really good Q from Lux there.
Looks like we got some ward vision wards and just map control coming out around that dragon. Easy blue or easy red for him.
Looks like we
I-
are going down, getting ready for this dragon.
I'm actually not sure here who's favored in the fight. Oh, but Garen is rotating down. Let's see if UNI recognizes that. Oh, really big charm, but they can't capitalize on it.
Yeah. A
They
nice
do. They
try.
do spot the Garen, so
Yeah,
respect
I'd
that use
say,
here.
Rocks are probably a little bit favored, but
oh, immediately into the backline. It's pretty good damage on that Zaya.
oh, pick on the Warwick and Rakan. There goes the Nocturne. UNI definitely down in this fight now. Gonna have to disengage. Silas gonna go for the chase. Luck's gonna pick up that kill with the ult. And Silas diving for this last pick here on the Zaya.
Well, UNI get that top tier too, but that's soul for Rock Munchers. I think Rock Munchers takes that every day.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a good engage. The Warwick just diving in, saying, we are starting this fight now. And UNI not able to take the Warwick out in time. And there's the dragon. Next dragon will be Soul. It's like Air Soul.
Some more wet noodle fighting up top.
Yeah, this is definitely the point in the game where Garen might start losing that 1v1, so gonna need some help from the Warwick. Warwick recognizing that. Gonna go ahead and help punish that engage.
Yeah, big overextension there from the Trinimir. He's knew that they all got soul, but stayed around after getting that tier 2 for a little too long.
Top Puncher saying we want to steal this. Might start a team fight over this buff. Looks like there will be some sort of engage. UNI trying to escape. A big ult
back.
coming out there. Gonna pick off that Seraphine now.
Oh, they actually get the turnaround.
Luck's throwing out that ult.
They get the Zaya R out. Garen is in.
Garen just
So
running
fun.
in, trying
It
to
is.
spin on somebody, gets stunned under the tower while the tower's locked onto him. Not gonna be able to survive that one.
Wow. Really decisive turnarounds coming from UNI. With like being down, they find that silver pick. The Garen overextends, they all back up, but then he goes under tower and they root him there and get that kill. Another good punish on that overextension. It's a lot of like small fights that UNI is winning right now. It's still a very uphill climb for them.
Certainly. Yeah, definitely being down 12 kills is demoralizing to say the least.
Yeah. You whenever I'm playing I try to see like when the power spikes come and like you can be down 12 kills but like you finish an item and you're like okay, like could try and get a fight here even if you're behind. It's like sometimes that you just look for those openings, right? Like the whatever you can find.
Absolutely. Especially with you know, you've got your Zaya and your Tryndamere that are gonna be hitting their power spikes here soon for UNI, so
Silas is flirting with the idea of going in. Doesn't really do anything else. No Baron plays coming out. Both teams like just not really worrying about it this game.
Yeah, Rock Muncher is saying we don't really need to take that right now. We are ahead. We are going to probably prefer to try to fight for this soul later on. And UNI knows that they can't just start Baron for free.
That mark above Khan's head is normally the like Warwick low HP signal, I think.
That sounds right.
I'm not sure. I think it's an observer bug of why we're still seeing it. Oh, just disengages so fast. Wait, they could actually go Baron here if the call was a little bit sooner, they actually could have burned it down. I think now it's too late. Now it's actually
Gonna go for it anyways, though.
pretty scary. Although Warwick did just show that he was a bot. They definitely need to turn and take the fight. Just get out. Definitely need to get out now.
Ooh, Luxel hitting that Seraphine. Gonna spell death for it.
Oh wow, that's the Sivir speed is so much. Yeah, you can't run it.
Yeah, Nocturne not getting out of that one. There goes the Rakan.
And that looks like it's Baron for sure. Oh, Tryndamere is bot still split pushing. So free Baron.
Always
Or,
take a free Baron. That says UNI purple should have picked Zillion.
That's true. Zillion is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, he's funny.
I used to not like him very much, but the speed you get from him and just the utility he offers is so good.
I respect a good Zillion. Playing myself, but he's alright.
I have a friend who plays a wicked Zillion. Shout out to Board Gamer. He's the 1 in a million Zillion player.
Dancing around this soul dragon here. And there's the engage from the Rock Munchers. But a good counter engage. Oh, big Luxel hitting 3. There goes the Tryndamere. UNI losing that sustain, gonna try to disengage once again. Trying to kite this fight, but the Warwick just not gonna let that happen. Silas flashing in for the pick here. Thinks about diving that tower. Gonna go ahead and pop that invincibility there. But that's a Dragon Soul for the Rock Munchers.
Oh, that's Elder, I think, right? But yeah, so that's kind of hard to. Okay, it is Elder. It's hard to come back with Elder. Like you just have to avoid taking fights at all. Looks like Rock Muncher are about to close out the game. That's how much you can really do versus Elder. At the Baron, they have Elder. Pretty much just run it down with the Sivir R, and not much UNI can do at this point.
Yeah, definitely going to be pretty rough. They are down in gold, they're down in Baron, they're down in that Elder.
Good engage by Warwick. Oh wow.
That was
all the
a big
Rakan
pick.
steal.
Yeah, that's the game seal right there. Silas is gonna go ahead and die to the Nocturne here, but the death timers are too long. It doesn't matter.
Going to a game 3.
Series, yep.
All right. Good stuff. Well, so Rock Munchers did a good job of like getting that early lead. they understood that like the mid game UNI team fight is pretty strong, so that Silas getting him that really big lead early game was pretty crucial.
For sure. Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of adjustments are made going into this game 3. But yeah, that Garen really was starting to put in some work in some of those team fights in the mid game, a bit more than I would have expected. That Silas was absolutely insane for the Rock Munchers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really good Silas play coming out. As a Silas player, it's fun to see. Fun to see him when he does get ahead like that. Like I've played in those games before where you're super far ahead and like really nothing can stop you. And then you're also stealing the ults and like they scale off your AP. So he had a lot of good ults to steal. He could steal like the Seraphine ult for those engages. Recon ult too. Even the Nocturne R for like going on that Xayah. Really just a pretty good Silas pick there. Like there were a lot of very big game changing ults that you could steal. So I like that. I like that draft.
For sure. Silas, a very interesting character in those draft scenarios. I like him a lot for those counter pick kind of deals there.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe Silas was the last pick, so they went ahead and they looked at everything and said, "Oh, we know what we're getting access to here."
Yeah, the 5th pick, Silas is definitely a good counter pick. I guess they probably expected the Seraphine pick, so they could pick around it. We'll see what UNI does if they swap up their team comp now. Like now that that doesn't work, or that they've lost on it. Although the Xayah Khan still did pretty well. Like I could see them maybe keeping that, but picking, I'm not sure. Maybe banning out the Silas and seeing what else they pick.
Yeah, the I think the Silas was definitely an issue for them, especially in that early game after getting a couple of those early picks.
Right. All right. Viego ban comes out again. I'm curious to see the stats on Randomly Awesome's Viego.
There's the Silas ban first thing. Probably a good choice.
Yep. Respecting it.
You have to after that game. Yeah, seeing some of the same bands come out, even just holding over from the first round, but also some of those bands like the Wukong coming out after that first game, recognizing both teams kind of recognizing after those first couple games what is strong that they hadn't quite accounted for.
Oh, Vladimir ban. I haven't seen that before. I like what UNI is doing though. They're shutting down their banning 3 mid lanes, just trying to shut down Rock Munchers like picks, making sure that they're target banning him, like understanding that he was the threat that game, just wanting to do everything that they can to hope he doesn't have a good game, because I guess they probably feel confident that like their bot can win any matchup, but then that their jungle can win any matchup. They just need to hope the Kane pick makes it through.
Yeah, not getting the ban on that cane this time through. They're going to
Wait.
go ahead and sweep that up as soon as they can.
Rock Muncher was actually banning that
Oh,
previously.
were they?
So they first pick
Never
it.
mind
They second pick
Interesting.
it away from UNI. UNI
You know-
actually opt for the Zinzao.
Picking the cane is kind of like banning cane, you know?
Yeah, that's true. The Swain pick. Oh, UNI didn't ban Swain this time. I see.
They did not.
Maybe seeing seeing if they can get better results against Swain versus Silas instead of Silas.
Sivir is sticking around this game.
Yeah, I think Rock Munchers played really well with that Sivir R. Like they were engaging, like just using the speed that comes with Sivir R. Sejuani pick. All right, wait.
Excited for this one again.
So it's actually a Sejuani top, I think, and a Zinzao jungle.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty big swap because I think we saw Sejuani from Randomly Awesome 2 weeks ago in those games where they were winning. So it's they're mixing it up quite a bit.
For sure. Gonna be looking for those heavy Sejuani engages as per usual though. Didn't get to see Sejuani last week, I don't think, so it'll be nice to see that again.
I'm not sure how I feel about the Sejuani top. I've seen it do well, but I've also seen it do like pretty bad. I guess it's up to the just when I've seen it do bad, it's like pretty bad. So I don't know. I'm curious to see what'll happen. Lulu pick coming out.
It's always an interesting one.
I think you and I could have picked their ADC first, because you already know what their the Rock Munchers ADC is. So you could counterpick the support, but maybe they want to counterpick the ADC to the what's missing, the support. Yeah.
Yeah, that or they just they know that their ADC is secure, so they can wait on that pick and just pick up the support now, so the support doesn't get picked, but an Ari getting
It's actually
picked up.
the
So
Swain
support.
Yeah, Swain support.
I love Swain support. I am a big fan of Swain support.
Yeah, it's a good one. You land that E and you just pretty much win the lane. The Vayne. Okay, kind of a YOLO ADC. Well, I guess versus their team, the Swain and the Ornn, it's good versus that tanky matchup. You have a lot to get away from the Kayn and the Ahri. Vayne Lulu's really good too.
So it looks like you and I might be banking on having this Xin Xiao help carry that early game and support the Vayne long enough to get to her power spike there.
Yeah, so UNI's mid to late game again is really good. They have the Seraphine and the Vayne that scale really well, and their early game is kind of Zinzao, Sejuani a little bit, but Rock Muncher have like that Ahri and Swain and Kayn who are really good at that that level 6 kind of early skirmish power spike.
Once
so
you hit that mid game, kind of all that fun stuff. And then yeah, they do have the Ornn for late game, but
So we'll see what Rock Munchers do. My guess is that they play around the Ahri and try and get picks on Seraphine again. With the Kayn jungle. Seraphine is it's actually a pretty scary matchup for Seraphine versus that like Kayn Ahri double assassin combo.
yeah, it'll be rough if Kayn decides to gank that mid lane.
But if UNI survives that and they play around their bot, get them a few kills, that's Vayne's really hard to stop once she starts snowballing. She's a really good snowballing character.
Yeah, and yeah, Zen being able to play that kind of, I don't know how to describe it, maybe a supportive jungle role of just locking down that early game until your late game characters can really come up
Mhm.
and close out the game for you if you don't manage to close it out in that early game.
Yeah. Well, while we get in queue, we're gonna take a quick few minute breaks, but we'll be right back. Till then, don't know if Dallas is also taking a break, but we'll be right back.
I'll be here. How's it going, chat? Hope you're all having a good day. I would do the Irish jig we had planned for you guys, but you know, Fervor already left, and it'd just be kind of weird if I did it all by myself, so guess that's not happening. But yeah, definitely in for an interesting game here. It's the Nielsen 32 Sejuani Rock Munchers already lost. Yeah, the Sejuani we saw the first week was definitely putting in a lot of work, so that was fun to see.
Shall I turn in my badge
We'll
and
have to
run
see
for
if
this round?
that's the case yet again. Yeah, no, I am very big fan of support Swain. I played support Swain when he was seeing a lot of play in the mid lane, and I got told I was insane, but I probably was at the time.
I'm absolutely livid.
I also, disclaimer, make no claims to actually be good at League. That's why I'm over here on the mic, not playing the game. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see this Ornn in a different matchup this time. One that's not quite the same as the Fiora matchup, especially if we have the Sejuani top 20 probably going to be putting a little bit more pressure on in the early game here.
Fear is the first of many foes.
Looks like we've got our teams going on ahead,
Over here.
getting set up in game. So we've got a little bit to wait yet.
It's your funeral.
Draven out.
You can go ahead and snag your Panther Esports merch that we have. Drop that link once again for you guys, just in case any of you want some really cool jerseys, you know? Oh, I'm gonna drop it stuff. Yeah, and I'm just gonna read Nightbot for you guys now. You should definitely clip very cool things and very, very funny commentary from the greatest commentators, the greatest shoutcasters on other streams and show them to me so that I can feel bad about myself or something. Pretty sure that's what Nightbot said. Oh man, spectator delay gets me every time. I'm always so excited. And then there's just the spectator delay. I don't know what to do.
All right.
My savior is back.
Hello, hello.
Still, chat's still waiting for you to show them your Irish jig, though.
My Irish jig.
Yeah.
All right, if you insist. I don't. So I'll be honest. I don't even know what an Irish jig is.
Yeah, me either.
Wait. Hey, it was Dallas's idea. Okay.
What? You're the one who said we were gonna figure out how to do one.
I will Google it. Irish jig. Yeah, sorry. This video is 4.5 minutes. I gotta watch the whole thing to really get it down. You know.
Oh, darn. Now I have to look into this as well. All I saw was a little bit of the leg kick. That's all I got. There you go. There's your Irish jig. Hopefully the camera was on for that. That's the closest I can get with that's the closest I can get with 20 seconds of research. So
Better than me. All right, we should be going to the game pretty soon here. Until then, just as anyone who's just joining now, this is currently this is a tied up series 1-1. Next game wins it all. So pretty excited to see what happens.
For sure. Got some of the picks from game 1, some of the picks from game 2, and some new ones. So got a very cool Kane skin. I appreciate it.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
We are entering Summoner's Rift. The favorite spot for these. Man, I'm trying to think of some excellent commentary right now.
No early engage from Rock Munchers this time.
Hitting me is like boxing with shadows.
Like boxing shadows. because they're not even there.
Minions have spawned.
Yep, both teams just kind of staking out, making sure they're not giving up any vision control or early invades for free. Gonna play it real safe. Although the Rock Munchers bot lane is actually pushed up really far right now. Kane deciding he doesn't need a leash.
Looks like Rock Munchers are going to go for a level 1 cheese with this Swainy. See if they can catch anything. A little bit off the mark.
Yeah, they are behind the Swain right now. But... oh, never mind. I was looking at it backwards. Yeah, not able to get anything. Oh, I love that Swain so much. I will be gushing over Swain support this entire game.
So, taking a look at the jungle, looks like... wait. Oh, Zhao started red? Then went blue, then Garrosh. So it looks like he's actually going for a level 3 gank early on the bot lane. Mixed it up a little bit, but it was actually good. He knows that he can't really do anything top lane. So, I don't know if bot lane will expect it or not. It's actually baiting them with it.
Yeah,
Gets the flash out from Swain.
Yep, gonna get that flash out. The slow top lane, just like game 1 here. Orin tends to do that. Oh, the beautiful Swain pull. Best support in the game. Getting that scaling off of just being a support.
And some big value. Okay, so they spot the Kane top.
Yeah, sees the Kane coming through the walls, says, no, I'm good.
Got some...
pushes in a little bit too far again here, but is baiting for this disengage from the jungler for UNI
actually,
as well.
Oh, good freeze on him. Looks like he's still dead.
Yeah, the Chow gonna have to back off there. Not gonna follow through with the gank. Gonna leave Sejuani out to dry.
Not sure how that, how much that really changes the matchup with that top lane. They're both kind of just farming anyway, so...
yeah, I think for now it's not too impactful.
yeah, nothing too crazy. Good pickup.
Ooh, that's a lot of chip
sure.
damage. And Dragon has spawned.
Kane going in for a gank bot.
That speed, not... oh, there's the big Swain pull. Not going to be able to capitalize off of it, though. The Kane goes in, tries to help out for supporting that Swain, but Xin Xiao going to get that pick. A big spear through the wall there. Gonna help secure that pick onto the Kane as well. And that is a good pick for the Vayne.
They yeah, it's very big. The Sivir goes back too, so UNI can push in bot lane and make Sivir lose a wave, looks like, and then maybe go back, prep for next dragon. But bot's already off to a really good start. 20 farm up.
For sure, and you love to see all of those early game picks that you can possibly get as the Vayne here. Help you scale into that late game a little bit faster. Yeah, Kane going up top there, Xin Shao noticing and going up top as well. No hard engages coming in though. Just playing it safe. UNI leading in farm, leading in gold, leading in kills at the moment. But still no dragon has been taken yet. No real large attempt yet, but it looks like the rock crushers are coming down. They're gonna start getting ready to try to make a move for this dragon, it looks like.
It looks Ari actually rotated down on the rock munchers, so we'll see if UNI spotted out and maybe walked over a ward doing so, but
It looked like they were doing some dancing around
Sure,
that
exactly.
bottom river bush there. There's the gank coming in from the Kane on the Seraphine. That's going to be a pick. If Ari can finish this off, yep.
that one last
Good.
auto.
Good pick for the Rock Munchers there. Mid picks tend to be pretty valuable, seeing as they get a lot of that experience.
Yeah, and the weakness of Seraphine a little bit. Just versus that double assassin, the mid and the jungler, there's not a lot you can do in that situation. Although Seraphine does have good stun there, cancel the Ornar.
Gonna go ahead and take out that ward, start getting ready to fight back for this dragon, fighting for that vision control around it. Not quite ready to commit to trying to take it out though yet.
Going in bot lane.
Ooh, the knockback on that. But Kane's
Good
still
dodge
able
on
to
the Swainy.
engage.
Oh, Swain goes in.
Swain popping that ult.
Sin's out here.
Man, trying to get out there, but dancing in and out, gonna get picked off eventually here. That's gonna be a
Wow.
two-piece for the Rock Munchers.
Munchers play that really well. They just keep baiting in one by one. The UNI bottom jungler. They were like, they didn't overextend for anything. They just played on the Swanies and they found the Vayne with one of them. Really good job by them. Playing slow. But really good shutting down the bot lane here for UNI too. They want to make sure that UNI doesn't get that lead with the Vayne. Ari going in maybe? Or?
They might get punished for that one, but looking like not quite. The Xin Shao is nearby though. Yeah, Hari's gonna have to back there. Still having this little vision war down by the dragon. Nobody wanting to full commit to the rotate to help secure it at this point. Ornn actually falling behind in the top lane here a little bit.
Maybe a kill here.
Yep, there comes the gank from the Xin Xiao. That's definitely going to be a dead Ornn.
Stuff. They also get the Ornn R out, so. Sejuani does have DP. Zinzao showed top, but Sejuani should actually look to DP if they can. The Vayne damage coming out.
Getting poked out there. The Vayne trying to get out once again.
Ari's here, but no R.
Trying to get that kite damage in, but gets caught by the Kayn. Ari jumping over that wall, saying, I'm ready to help. Goes for the charm, but good footsies there. Lulu not getting caught by that, but Rock Munchers are going to go ahead and try to take this dragon while they have the chance here.
Looks like maybe some misunderstanding with. So Zenzo took Rift Herald during that, so it's an okay trade. UNI should have understood that Zenzo was taking that Rift and just shouldn't fight at all near the dragon or anything there. Mark
That's
actually pulling.
Probably a pick on the Seraphine once again here.
Yeah. Flash just came up as the Seraphine dead.
And that puts 2 kills on the Ari.
Yeah, again, it looks like they really like to play around that mid side. Just look for ganks whenever Seraphine extends too far.
Yeah, and definitely kind of what you have to do in that matchup. Can't really let Seraphine get that farm for free. Gotta make her work for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's what they did in the second game, and it's working pretty well. Just punishing Seraphine a lot early game.
So Sejuani being ahead in this top lane could end up being a fairly large factor at some point here, but this Kayn trying to help
Wow.
gap that barrier, but doing no damage. Yeah.
That is a crazy character, never mind. I take everything in draft I said back.
To quote someone in chat, if it's the Nielsen 32 Sejuani, Rock Muncher already lost.
Alright, yeah, I like that
And
confidence.
it sure is the Nielsen
looks to be the case
32
here.
Sejuani. So.
Bot side looks like something.
Here comes the engage from the Rock Munchers. From that Swain ult, gonna go ahead and try to stay on top of the Lulu.
Oh, Vayne
Lulu.
actually getting out there is pretty good.
Yeah, Lulu kiting towards
Spin
the Rock
here.
Muncher side, but Kayn is not gonna let that one fly.
Alright. I mean, they bring 4 people bot, and Vayne gets out, so it's 4 people for 3 people. Seraphine gets a little bit of mid.
For sure. You definitely have to
Mid-space.
try to help out your Seraphine at this point in the game, getting picked off a couple times there.
Mhm.
Still ahead in CS over the Ari, though.
Yeah, still just playing your strength, farming as much as you can. Really trying to get that mid game, just not playing too crazy or anything. Take some poke, but Seraphine can heal some of that back.
Yeah, trying to bait this Ari into overcommitting for this Xin Xiao here. Xin Xiao gonna miss that
Both
lance.
miss.
That
Seraphine.
is gonna
Hits
cost them the pick here, maybe.
I think he does
Nope.
get it, yeah.
There's the thrust.
Bot lane's rotating over, it's good pick. But Dragon's not up. They could look to, yeah, they will get mid. Tier 1 and
Yeah, that'll take the tower down.
Xin Zhao stays, they actually might be able to fight for tier 2. Oh, it doesn't kill it.
Never mind. I thought it definitely would. These minions will,
Yeah.
though.
Oh, they actually go
There's
on the
the
Seraphine.
engage from Kane. Seeing that Seraphine low, gets a
He is
little
red.
hungry. Xin Chao, yeah,
Nice rotation
not
by
gonna
Swain.
survive that.
Good rotations by Swain. Let's see if bot should know that they're probably coming down for them. Yep. Ping it out. Understand what they can do there.
Yeah,
Some
so
riveting
once-
gameplay top.
Yeah. This Sejuani is getting fairly far ahead now. But interestingly enough, we see once again Rock Munchers is ahead in these kills, just like they were last time, but UNI is still keeping it pretty even in the gold because they've got that extra tower, and their CS is simply better than Rock Munchers at the moment.
Look at the bind. Yeah. Farm is super important. We're seeing here that like seems like Rock Munchers has actually kind of been ahead in kills early in a lot of their games, but they're always still behind in farm in all of their games too. So
For sure.
noticing a trend that
Trying to dive the Sejuani. Sejuani is
So
so much
chunky.
healthier though. Almost
Oh, lands the
making it
charge.
out, but not quite gonna be able to get there.
is-
It's insane that Sejuani was that close to making it out of that though.
Yeah, it's actually not bad.
The 2v1 that far out in your lane away from your tower and still almost able to survive is impressive. Obviously, almost doesn't count in this game, but
Red team has
interesting nonetheless.
Yeah, Sejuani is bigger powerhouse than I thought at first. Actually, just creating so much pressure this game.
Yeah, and part of that is definitely just due to the fact that Sejuani was ahead. Now that it's evened up some after that pick, we'll see if that remains the case, but
Yep. Top loses a little bit on the tower HP, but UNI get the first Drake for
second.
their side on their green.
Yeah, it's first or their side. But second
First
one.
on their side, second in the game.
Yep.
So it's a pretty good Drake to get.
Yep, evening up that Drake. UNI still going to be a little bit behind in terms of gold at the moment now, but
Yeah, UNI is bot lane is falling a little behind. They're still up in farm, but they're down in that overall, I think, net worth. Wow.
there's another gank coming in. They do not want this Sejuani to exist anymore. 3 people this time. 2 wasn't good enough. They want to make sure this Sejuani is going down.
Dang. Really good understanding there that Seraphine can't rotate as fast and kind of called that Zinzao wouldn't be there in time to respond. That's actually a really big pick that they get tower now and probably Rift. As well as
Yeah.
maybe mid with Sivir rotating over there.
Yeah, Rock Muncher saying, this Sejuani is annoying, I don't want to deal with it anymore. And so they won't. Trading off their some of their bottom tower's health for it, but probably a fairly good trade. Might even take this tower with this wave coming in here.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yeah.
Trading a tower for tower.
That tower did go to the vein, so there is that. Uni's got to hold out for a little while longer yet until their vein spikes, but
Yeah, that's true. They're still playing that like good. I think they still have a better mid late game. So they played the early game probably as best as you really can with this lineup. We'll see once like next dragon comes up how you and I take that team fight, because team fight will probably break out for it. They're actually making moves spot.
Yeah, noticing that they did lose their tower. Or yeah, so they're gonna rotate back down, but I just want to see the Swain walk up and get a stack here, but thanks for showing the stacks there, Anna. And Baron is up. Definitely not in a position to be engaging on this Baron quite yet, but it does exist. Oh, catching that Lulu walking around. Seraphine gonna help peel. Are we gonna go for the dive, but gonna take a lot of tower shots here?
Gets the cleanse out.
Sejuani putting in that work up top.
Trade a Norn flash out. All these small summoner spells that they're getting out, it's pretty good, especially because they're about to fight for a big objective like drag. Take a big team fight.
Yeah, the small stuff really adds up in this game.
Although now UNI has to deward. Drag's up soon, so looks like there might be a pick coming out. No, Ari went back, so
yeah, just playing some safe poke
Munchers.
game right here. Gonna sit in this bush, see if the Rock Munchers take a step out of place or not. But they know they're in the bush. Are you gonna try to clear that out? We're going for the big engage here. Oh, big engage coming in from UNI instead. Sejuani really trying to help tank that, but the Swain gets the pick on the Lulu. That's a lot of healing gone. There goes the Ahri though. Vayne getting that pick.
Sejuani's tanking a lot, making a lot of time. Ornn is also tanking on the other side.
And Bjorn goes down to the Vayne again.
Swaynar is still going.
And there goes the Vayne. Vayne picking up that kill. And there goes the Seraphine and the Zen
Oh,
Cow
they get
as
the
well.
Zins out too. Dang. The Swain pick coming in real clutch. Their team fight is so strong. He sits in that R for that entire team fight. It's like 30 seconds of Swaynar.
Yeah, Sejuani really tanked that for a long time, but not quite able to get there. Those picks coming in for Vayne though are going to help propel Vayne towards that late game faster and faster.
Yeah, the Ornn, she's still not doing enough damage to kill that Ornn in time. Maybe maybe one or two more items, like a Ginsu's, will help with more true damage on that Ornn, but still it's pretty even, and like I feel like the Ornn should be dying faster than the Sejuani there. With if you have the Vayne pick, it should like be able to tank press a little bit faster than that Sivir. But as we saw there, it's Vayne still needs an item or two more. Oh, she's ready. Ahri goes in.
Ahri actually getting
Oh,
out
Zinzao
after
goes
that
in.
engage.
Oh,
Wow. Zinzao was a lot tankier than I expected right there. But,
goes down with the fight.
and the Rock Muncher is going to go ahead and start this Baron. Ari
to...
trying to hold off the mid lane here, so Dwani gonna come down and see if he has anything to say about it.
Looks like it's a pretty uncontested.
Yeah, so
Sejuani
Dwani
goes for the...
steal, but not gonna find it.
It's kind of a hard spot to steal with.
For sure.
It's a good attempt.
Yeah, back to playing it safe for a little bit here. Gonna have a bit of a downtime. Rock Munchers do have this Baron buff though, so we could see a push coming in here soon. I see. Notice, and during this downtime, we have a team fight.
Looks like Munchers is coming up. Oh, they clean house. They get that early pick on that Vayne and Lulu, and now they're running it down.
Yeah, Rock
And they do all
Munchers
this
gonna
for one
clean
top.
that up.
Wow. So even with the early pick on that Sivir, they that Swain are really strong in team fights, and Ari is just they have that lead from the last team fight, so it's looking like UNI is in a rough position here.
For sure.
Red team's turret has been
And yeah, the Vayne just not quite able to get online in time to help ward this off.
Red team's turret has
Orin gonna go ahead and take that top split push, get that Baron buff spread out. And
Oh,
that
good
is
charm
probably
there.
going to... Oh, never mind. Oh, there it is. Swain picking off that Lulu. Kane
Ooh,
gonna
the
go
Kane
ahead and...
lands the W.
Yep. UNI gonna need something massive here from this Sejuani and Seraphine.
Hit the Ornn pick.
The Orin pick is nice,
Quite yet.
but this Swain ult is putting in work.
Yeah. Swain are still going. Finally
Yeah,
gets
Swain
taken
healing
down.
so much through that. But
The Baron
they
minions are just ending the game.
yeah,
Sivir
the,
pushing. It's... Ari has R again.
the Baron minion siege damage just putting in
doesn't
this
stop.
work during this team fight, and there's nothing you and I can do
No.
about it there.
The Ari gets 8 dashes, and that's it. Rock Munchers take it. 2-1.
Yeah, at that point with their Baron minions pushed up that far, they didn't have to get any picks necessarily. They just had to survive and let their minions do the work there. Definitely a rough spot for you and I.
For sure. That was an exciting game. It was a close first and second game. Third game, they Rock Munchers really understood that they needed to win early. They understood UNI's looks to be more of like a mid-late game team, so they got them out of that play style and tried to push for the win early. So good stuff coming up from them, and congrats to them. GG's to everybody.
For sure. We want to start getting people prepped for interview.
Yeah. Who do we interview?
Great question. Let's find out.
Okay.
Then I will not.
I'd like to interview Thai guy.
Works for me. Yeah, Vayne does have that late game power, chat, but not quite able to get to that point that game. Not able to hold out long.
Mhm. His Zaya games were really clean. The first game especially.
Sure. The Chin Zhao pick just not quite able to lock down the game as early as they wanted to, especially with that early game power. They didn't really have any pressure on the first dragon until about what was it, 15 minutes in. So
Mhm.
that was definitely painful.
Yeah, they their early game is definitely it struggled with the just the pressure that like Kane put on the bot lane. Really making sure that Vayne didn't have a good game or couldn't get into the game.
Yeah.
So.
And then turning around and just really focusing that Sejuani down twice in a row was
Mhm.
painful. Really hard to get the farm you need when you get 2v1 and then 3v1 back to back.
Mhm.
Uh
They're talking out. Okay.
to ask chat if they have any questions. You know, always gotta ask.
Kind of spoiling that the game is ended, but it's all right. Dude, I spoiled one of my coworkers' Wordles for today. I felt so bad because like it was me and my one coworker doing it, and like I he didn't spoil it, or I didn't spoil it for him, but like he got it, and I was like he was like, "What does this word even mean?" And I said it out loud, and then a guy who was like my coworker like past him was like, "Bro," I was like, "No, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean it. I'll
Can
take
we
it
ask
back."
what the dog doing?
Um,
I suppose we could ask what the dog doing.
you could ask him.
I am a man of the people.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh,
Whoa,
that's very cool.
whoa,
That's very cool.
it's a fun feature.
I tried to turn on my light and it did this. So that's neat.
The light
Oh,
on.
quirky. It wasn't
Wait,
doing that earlier.
the light on what?
On my webcam, it's a ring light. But
Oh, hmm.
apparently it doesn't want to do that right now, so good to know. It's my my rave setting. So who wants to play TFT after this?
Um,
Chat, any takers?
anyone at all?
Understandable. It's the team
I
picked different champions, or did they just make misplays early?
I'm very tired. Or else I would.
That's
TFT sounds fun.
that's
I haven't played this set. I think we're playing Phasmophobia later. After this, new update came out, so looks pretty fun.
I could never get into that game. I tried it a couple times. I didn't really understand what was going on.
I got into it because I had friends teach me how to play it, but yeah, like It doesn't make any sense the first time you play it.
The chat wants Bailey Joe interview.
Sure.
We'll see what we can do for you, chat.
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Does the team wish they had picked different champs, or do they think that they just made misplays early?
Yeah.
Be sure to ask that.
I guess now's a good time for you to show chat your Mazel Tov bottle dance.
Yes. I've practiced this quite a bit.
Yeah, I believe it. Are you not entertained, chat? I'm doing my best.
Same time. Okay,
Same time, different place.
sounds good. Little group interview.
Last week we had one. The first week we had two, though.
So my phone just died. So by chat, but I'll still be here for voice. So you'll still be able to hear my sweet voice, but no more cam.
Unfortunately.
And oh wait, it's back. Nah, it's gone. Right?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. I don't think it was like fully charged either, and it was just like streaming my video the whole time. Oh boy, now it's just
Impressive.
stuck to my screen. Definitely need another an actual webcam by next time I do this. Well, that definitely doesn't look great for the screen. Oh,
Yeah, it turns out tape is generally not something you want on your screen. It amazes you that people still do Wordle. Yeah, me too. I never did Wordle in the first place. So none of my friends are still doing that, but I know they still do Wordle.
now it's a work tradition now that like all the guys on my team we just do Wordle every day.
That's funny. Yeah, I don't have coworkers.
That's fair.
I'm the only employee, so everything I do at work is a tradition, technically, I suppose.
Okay. Sounds good.
I can make it look funkier.
Woo! Strobe dance.
How's it going?
What's up?
Howdy.
So where's the Tristan cam?
My phone just died.
Bruh.
That's tough.
Yeah,
it
he's had
it
it
so
literally
taped
sad.
died
to
like a
his-
minute ago.
That's
He's
so
had it
sad.
taped to his screen the whole time. So.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I literally get in here and there's no Tristan cam. This is so sad.
No cam.
What the hell?
Next time, for sure.
It's okay. You can have mine.
Don't worry, Chad. We got Bailey Joe. You can calm down.
Replace it with me.
Or hype up, actually. You know what? Hype up.
Hype it up. Hype it up. That's what
Let's
it is.
go.
Yeah.
Is Aaron doing
Pause.
something here?
Okay, yeah. All right. So, first question. do you guys think that you should have drafted differently, or do you think that you drafted fine and it was just some misplays you made early on in the third game?
I think for the third game we did have a couple of I know for jungle we had a couple of different champions and stuff like that that we were playing with throughout the entire series. Some of which have a little less practice than others, but I think ultimately it was good. I think in that third game it was pretty close gold wise. I don't think it was a huge difference until they kind of snowballed and got out of control. So I think it definitely kind of came down to just those smaller things, those tweaking in game. I don't necessarily think it was our comp, but I think just execution could have been better, for sure.
All right. Bill?
I think there wasn't really a draft issue. I think our draft was fine. I just think there was a lot of misplays. I know personally myself, I set up a lot of infights poorly. So
Yeah, it's hard. Do you guys is this like a bracket, or is there like a skill bracket that is involved in this, like a range, or is it just against anything in GG leagues?
I believe there's a higher bracket. There's definitely brackets. So I believe if you're too high of a rank in comparison to some of the people that you're playing, then I think there's a little more regulations and stuff like that.
Okay. Fascinating. Well, regardless, you guys, like, the draft looks solid. Like, you guys look like you. I guess I have a question. Who's the mastermind in your draft? Do you have one, or is it everybody, or what does that look like?
I think definitely our coaches have kind of like the ruling thumb when it comes to that. Although it's definitely very much team based. So like, for instance, we'll play champions that we're comfortable with versus like, like we know this is a counter pick. So it's essentially like that. They'll come up with an idea of what we're supposed to be running, kind of go in with an idea on paper, and throughout draft you got to switch things up. You kind of have to put puzzle pieces into place. So typically it's kind of like a group effort, like what sounds best, like what do you guys think, what do you think you're comfortable with going into, like what do you think is going to counter this, can you do that, can you do this. So I think it's a conversation like that almost every time that we draft.
Cool. That's awesome. All right, Dallas, you start.
They did ban the Zaya that third game, so that puts a little wrench in the gears.
makes it a bit hard to play Zaya.
It's a little difficult.
So, what do you guys think? Obviously, not quite the outcome you want, but what do you guys think were your strong moments? For me, I saw a lot of really good team fights, especially in that first game.
I think definitely for that first game, bot side we got a pretty hefty lead, and then we were able to kind of relate that into later team fights and things like that, where we could have our top laners split off and then kind of do their own thing and make sure that they have the pressure for the majority of the game, and we were able to kind of fend for ourselves in a outnumbered situation, or if somebody sent over, we were just stronger in that aspect. So I think in that first one, we definitely had more pressure that way. And then we tried to recreate that for the second game, but unfortunately Silas kind of went out of control and kind of took over the game. Yeah. But I don't necessarily think it was anything we were necessarily doing wrong in terms of team fighting or things like that, but I think just having him kind of take over the game really bothered us, to say the least.
Yeah.
I think especially in the first game, even just letting the top laner just go crazy on CS was incredibly helpful.
Yeah, you that was one thing that was pretty noticeable throughout all the games, is you guys had huge CS leads basically every lane. Every game, like even in the games you were losing, you still were pretty ahead on CS. So like definitely that was a very strong.
Yeah, I think that's definitely kind of a stronger point, especially with the games tonight, we definitely had those leads for CSing and gold. So even if we were down in kills or kind of had that slower start, excuse me, that since we were able to CS a little better and then have gold revenue coming in, and we were able to kind of stay afloat. So I think especially that third game, we were able to kind of keep up, even though we were kind of falling behind. But I think we were still in it until towards the end.
For sure. And
Go
go
ahead.
for it. I'm just gonna
Okay.
ask a chat question, so you go for it.
Okay. One more question about like gameplay. So, what are you guys primarily working on growing as a team right now? Like, what would be your main focus?
I think communication is a pretty big thing right now. I think these games, I think other people said it after the game, was some of the best games that we've communicated so far.
I think communication is a big strong point. Some of us are a little more comfortable kind of talking and speaking out, and then some of us have to kind of find their voice a little bit, but we're kind of getting more comfortable, getting used to each other, kind of bossing each other around. So I think we're getting more comfortable, and I think tonight, especially the first couple of games and that third game, we were kind of doing a lot more and being able to more better, find a fight or figure out an objective to focus on. And I think that's a big
Right.
one that we're figuring out.
Right. Yeah. Well, good job tonight, y'all. It was fun to watch all 3 games. It was a good series.
Wait.
For sure.
One more question. What is your guys' favorite juice? You always have to ask.
Bill?
El Nas.
Is
Literally
that
right
really a
next to me.
juice? Is that really a juice?
Yes,
though?
I count it as a juice. I count it. Whenever
Okay.
if I'm at home, I will say, "Can I have a juice?" And my mom will like pick up a Nos on her way home from work. Yes, it
Okay.
counts.
Okay. I'm still gonna have to stick with apple juice. Apple juice will remain near and dear to my heart for the rest of my life.
Like it's you
Yeah.
and
Right.
is it Nielsen? I know there's multiple people on the league team who are big apple juice.
It's just objectively better, and you cannot convince me otherwise.
I still think orange juice is better if I had to go like traditional juice.
Okay. All right.
Okay, sorry. I have one more question.
That's me.
Are we ever gonna see the Thai guy J4 ever again?
We've had a couple of conversations. We've been moving a couple of people around to, fill in a spot, or if somebody wants and feels like they can do something. So the J4 might be busted out. We might see it. It might not happen, but it's definitely been something that we've talked about and might throw in there.
All right. Then Dallas, I think you had one more
Oh
quick
chat,
before we go.
Chat wanted me to ask you guys what the dog doing.
Ooh, the dog be doing though.
Damn it, Joe.
That's all I got.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, good
Yep.
to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Have a good
All
one.
right. You too.
Casters, I don't know if there's anything you guys want to say. Wrap up stream.
Thank you guys for coming out, supporting the team tonight. Good to have
Yep.
y'all in chat.
Thanks everyone who joined in, was watching and supporting in the chat. Always great to see people who have been around for a while, but also the newcomers coming in and see what UNI Esports and just esports in general is all about. So have a good night, everybody. Talk to you later.
Peace.